In small countryside village, tucked between golden wheat fields and a sparkling blue river, lived two very different creatures. One was Whiskers, a clever gray and white cat with bright green eyes and a habit of climbing everywhere she wasn't supposed to. The other was Bruno, a big golden brown dog with floppy ears and a wagging tail and a heart as large as his paws. They lived in neighboring houses. Whiskers belonged to Mrs. Lila, an elderly woman who loved to sit on her porch and knit. Bruno lived with Mr. Harris, a farmer who worked all day in the fields. Normally, cats and dogs were not friends. People often laughed at the very idea. A cat and a dog as best friends. Impossible, they would say. But fate had other plans. One sunny afternoon, Whiskers balanced on the wooden fence. She spotted Bruno chasing butterflies in the grass. Whiskers smirked to herself. Dogs are so silly, she thought, running after things they can never catch. Suddenly, Bruno looked up and saw her. His tail wagged furiously. "Hey there," he barked cheerfully. "You are the cat from the other house, right?" "I am Bruno." Whiskers tilted her head. "I am Whiskers, and I don't usually talk to dogs." Bruno grinned. "Well, today you are. Do you want to play?" Whiskers almost said no, but something about his warm eyes made her pause. She jumped down from the fence. "All right," she said, but only for a little while. That was the beginning. Days turned into weeks. Whiskers and Bruno became inseparable. They explored the meadows together. They shared scraps of food when their owners were not looking. They watched the stars from the barn roof. Bruno was strong and brave. Whiskers was clever and cautious. Together they balanced each other perfectly. One evening they sat by the river. The sunset painted the sky in gold. Bruno said softly, "People think dogs and cats cannot be friends. But I don't care what they say. You are my best friend." Whiskers purred. "And you are mine, Bruno, even if you do slobber too much." They both laughed. But soon their friendship was tested. One stormy night, heavy rain poured down. The river swelled dangerously. Its waters rushed faster and faster. Suddenly, a cry echoed through the storm. It was Tommy, the farmer's little boy. He had wandered too close to the river. Now he clung to a branch, screaming for help. Bruno's ears shot up. "Whiskers, we have to help him." Whiskers trembled. "The river is too strong. You could get swept away. I cannot just stand here." Bruno barked, and before Whiskers could stop him, he leapt into the raging water. Bruno paddled furiously against the current. He reached Tommy, who was terrified and shivering. "Climb on my back," Bruno barked. Tommy clung to him tightly, but the current dragged them both downstream. Whiskers raced along the riverbank. Her sharp eyes searched desperately. She spotted a fallen tree. Its branch stretched over the water like a bridge. "Bruno, this way," she yowled. With all his strength, Bruno swam toward her voice. Whiskers stretched out her paw, balancing on the branch. "Take my paw, Tommy," she shouted. The boy reached out with trembling fingers. Together, Bruno and Whiskers pulled him to safety. All three collapsed onto the muddy grass, gasping for breath. But they were alive. The next morning, the whole village buzzed with amazement. "Did you hear?" they said. "A cat and a dog saved little Tommy from the river." From that day, no one doubted their friendship. Mr. Harris gave Bruno extra treats. Mrs. Lila knitted Whiskers a blue scarf. But the greatest reward was knowing they had saved a life together. One night, under the silver moon, Whiskers curled beside Bruno. "Bruno," she whispered, Do you think we will always be friends?" "Of course," Bruno replied. "No matter what happens, I will always be here for you. That is what friends do." Whiskers purred gently. "Then I will always be here too." And so the cat and the dog drifted to sleep beneath the stars. Their friendship stronger than any storm, stronger than any river, stronger than any doubt. True friendship knows no boundaries, not of species, not of differences,